Welcome back, gang. It's Deltia from Deltiasgaming.com here with a quick video on a new very powerful set I think you're going to want to collect in Blackwood Update 30 coming in June of this year. And that is a new powerful Mythic, Harpoon's Waiting Kilt. What I was doing is researching the new kind of gear sets and kind of seeing what I think would be really good. I've been doing a lot of solo content, a lot of solo PvP, so I was looking for something that could optimize my VMA runs or maybe a gank solo type build, and this would be very useful for it. So we're going to break it down step by step, and I'm going to show you how it works. Dealing direct damage. Number one, direct damage. It comes in a lot of forms. Think of it, the most frequent usage is light, medium, or heavy attacks. So if you're a light attack weaving, I have a previous video on that, this is going to build up stacks very easy. Obviously, something like Force Pulse or another ability that is primary direct damage can also proc this. So you're going to get one stack for 1 minute. Those are very important. 1 minute is a very long buff. Up to 10 stacks, okay? You can only gain one stack per second, so it does have a cooldown with it. Each stack of Hunter's Focus increases your crit chance and your crit damage. When it's fully ramped up to 10 stacks, it's roughly 5% crit and 20% crit damage. The caveat, the downside is, taking direct damage removes one stack of Hunter's Focus. And when you're taking direct damage, you'll notice there is no cooldown with it. If you're not taking pressure, or if you're nuking things in PvE so fast that doesn't have a chance to hit you, think VMA, think Batishram, if you're running really optimized high-end damage, you're not taking direct damage. If you're a PvP bow ganker Nightblade, which I hate you by the way, but if you are and you're light attack weaving using snipes, you're not taking a whole lot of direct damage. This doesn't account for AoEs. This is direct damage. So you can easily ramp up that 10 stack, and yeah, you might take direct damage and drop it down to 8, 7, 9 or so, but it ramps up back up very quickly. Okay, on to my magic Sork, unbuffed. What I'm running is 5-piece Mother Sorrow, high crits, 5-piece False God, currently what I'm running on the live server. The only difference is I don't have a 2-piece Blargs, I'm running one of these and one Blargs. So we'll go to our stats, and thing you want to do is open up advanced stats. You'll see crit damage right here, 10%. You also see spell critical right here at 64%. Crit and crit damage have always been valuable stats in PvE and PvP, okay? I want to show you something in champion points that makes it even more so. You'll go into champion points. Recently, this has been changed. We're on the public test server. This is subject to change. Precision is one of the best, most impactful passives in the champion points because it's not a slottable. So you can pump this up and it doesn't cost you a slot up here, right? So it's very good. It went from 4 stages to 2, meaning you can expect a reduction in crit chance significantly if this goes live. In my opinion, making crit chance even more valuable of a statistic. You'll go down here. I am running the Thief Mundustone. Reason being is I lost a lot of crit chance, so I'm trying to make up some running the Thief Mundustone. So I have a very high spell crit. Another thing to note is on a magic Sork, if you cast Crystal Frags under their Dark Magic, you can buff this up even further here by exploitation. So if we do cast a Crystal Frags, it'll go up to about 75%. That's kind of the setup that I'm running, very similar to what I'm running up on live. So now let's hit a Spell Power Potion and kind of get this thing proccing so you can see its effect. First thing you'll notice, I'm going to do some direct damage, light attack, and a Force Pulse. First thing that pops up here is the Hunter's Focus icon. This is what you're going to pay attention to in your buff bar to know if you have those stacks built. You'll also notice a slight bluish glow, and that will ramp up in intensity. You'll look at my buff bar and you'll see that 1 stack. What's really important about that is if I light attack, do direct damage, guess what? It goes up to 2, but also refreshes the timer. That sounds obvious, but that's an incredibly advantageous part of this set, is that it's going to be super easy to maintain in most situations in both PvE and PvP. Because if you're in the mix and fighting, this isn't going to go away. Think of VMA. Well, you know, it's going to be around in between maybe 15, 20, 30 seconds max. Think PvP. If you're ganking or in the middle of the action, it's going to be probably less than a minute before you actually light attack or do a damage ability. So, Spell Power Potion here. I'm going to ramp this up. I do have a Frags proc, so this will add a little bit of crit. I'm not going to use it for the sake of keeping this very simple. So I have 10 stacks. You'll notice a sound that happens, and then also the distinct blue glow. It looks sick. and you'll see here I'm at about 5% more crit chance here. And then crit damage did go up by 20. So it's doing what it says to do. And you'll notice a really, really cool effect. Obviously, you can see here, Hunter's Focus, 10 stack. It's just a massive amount of time. And an utter game changer, regardless if you're playing on a Sorc, a Templar, a Nightblade, and so on. Interestingly enough, some classes actually have a boost to crit damage anyways from passives and slotting abilities. And if you combine it with some other abilities, like, for instance, Fighter's Guild gives you this ability here, Miner's Force. You can use it this way, or you can use Sigic, Channeled Acceleration, to further increase your crit damage. Along with maybe the Medusa set, you can not slot one of these abilities. So you can amplify this even further, or switching to the Shadow Mundustorm, even further crit damage. So PvE for constant sustained damage, crit damage, and very, very incredible crit chance, great. PvP, it's also great. It's an all-around game-changing setup, I'm telling you. For a one piece to give you this much impactful damage with very little expense, love it. Especially if you don't need a whole lot of healing. So drop that pale order. Keep in mind the leads to find this set are currently unknown. I only got Death Dealer's Fate and an Oblivion Gate, so I haven't got the other one. I will post on my website when I learn more. And if you want to take it another step further, you ganker Nightblades, which I hate, look at this. Sul-Xan set comes from the new trial I have perfected here. I got from the PTS, but you can get the normal, and it's very, very effective as well. You'll see here, when an enemy you recently damaged dies, they leave behind a Vengeful Soul. 6 seconds, you can create one Vengeful Soul at a time. Touching it increases your weapon critical by a massive amount. That's roughly 10%, and your crit damage by 12%. Obviously, on my Magic Sorc here, but I kind of want to show you this just in case you want to see its effect. So I killed the poor Betty Netch, got the little soul, and let's check it out. Weapon critical, 51%, not bad. And then we'll go in here, and we'll see our advanced statistic. Crit damage did go up significantly, and you'll see increasing your weapon critical and your crit damage by 12%. So obviously this isn't going to apply for a magic build, but combine this new trial set and the new Mythic, that would give you essentially 6 pieces to get almost all of your damage from, being a super high damage setup. And I think it would work both in PvE and PvP. So, Mythic, fantastic. This new set from the trial, fantastic. If it goes live, we're going to have a lot of new gear to farm. Gang, that's a quick video, and I appreciate you watching. Please like, subscribe if you like this content. It really helps out the channel, so I'll do more if you like this. Specifically, if you want me to break down some more of these antiques or new gear sets, let me know. This Gaze of Sithis, incredibly powerful. I can run through what the math analytics looks like on this if you want. So leave me a comment if you like this type of stuff, you want to know more, because I'm on the public test server grinding away, so you don't have to. Thanks for watching.